Mike McDaniel still won't let go. For years in, same assistants by his side. Smith knows the rhythm. Bevel's seen every wrinkle. Yet McDaniel still has both hands on the wheel, play calling like it's sacred. Like if he gives it up, he loses a piece of himself. But why? By now, his staff should be fluent. His system isn't new anymore. So what's really stopping him? Is it about trust, or is it about control? It's not an accusation, but it raises a real question. Has he ever tried just watching the game from above? Really watching it? Not reacting to every down like a heartbeat monitor, but stepping back, reading everything, sensing momentum, building a team identity that doesn't rely on him personally controlling every motion on offense. Because if Weaver has autonomy on defense and the system still works, why can't the offense breathe on its own? Then there's the cornerback situation. Duck, Johnson, Bonner. No one's safe. Duck saw the field last year. He earned that. Coaches trusted him, gave him snaps, didn't yank him off the roster bubble. That matters. Johnson's the one everyone keeps eyeing, though. That size. That movement. You can't teach that. Coaches see the frame and start thinking possibilities. But upside doesn't mean readiness. It means waiting for the moment. Duck doesn't flash. He survives. That's more than most do. Johnson might be climbing, but until someone rips it away from Duck, he's still ahead. Bonner's there, shadowy, lingering. Not quite out, not quite in. That usually means potential, just not enough to push through. Yet, let's shift. That offense. That frustrating, jaw-clenching offense. Predictable. It got worse than that. It became obvious. The vertical game disappeared. Everything got narrowed, squished, cautious. There was a time when defenses feared every snap from the Dolphins. Deep threat, motion, explosion. But suddenly, it was just routine. Even after Tua came back from his concussion, the team looked scared to air it out. Were they protecting him? Or just stuck? Either way, the scheme got passive. The most dangerous offense in the league turned into a clock-eating, sideline-hugging, screen-heavy version of itself. Defenses figured it out fast. The spark? Gone. And fans saw it. You don't need all 22 film to know when your team stopped attacking. You just feel it in your chest. Every short route, every missed deep shot. You watch Tyreek turn upfield and wait for nothing. You see Waddle bracketed before the snap. Something changed. And not for the better. Veteran signings. Let's go there. David Campbell raised a point most ignore. Miami hasn't had a lot of successful splash acquisitions. Warfield, of course. That was generational. Tyreek, you bet, even if he brings chaos. But beyond that, it's thin. Ramsey was supposed to be next in that line. He wasn't. Not because of talent, but because the fit wasn't there. From day one, Ramsey didn't feel like a Dolphin. Didn't click. Didn't lead. Just existed. Greer's learned the hard way. Tape lies. Talent alone doesn't fix culture. That's why those trades sting. They promise transformation and deliver confusion. Which leads us to now. Ramsey doesn't want to be here. That's not rumor anymore. That's posture. That's tone. The locker room knows it. And yet, moving him isn't easy. That cap number is weight. Heavy. $21 million guaranteed in 2025. You don't just eat that. But you also can't pretend he's still elite. He isn't. He flashes. But he doesn't take over games anymore. So what now? Trade him? Maybe. But not cheap. Not fast. Greer's got to wait. Push until someone else blinks. Hold him. See if a contender gets desperate. If he sits, he sits. No one's handing out high picks for a player who's aging, unhappy, and expensive. But give him away. That's worse. That's weak. There's power and patience here. Tony Lamarck sent a parable about broken-down cars and trust. Fair. Tua's your quarterback. But how many times has that ride stalled out? And if someone asked you to bet your job on a vehicle that failed 4 out of 5 trips, you'd hesitate too. The problem is, they already paid for it. They locked in. So now, the only option is to get it running right. Or at least pretend it is. This fan base talks more about backup quarterbacks than any other. Why? Because they have to. Because QB1 hasn't proven he can finish a season, and everyone knows it. So you end up dissecting backups because no one really trusts the starter's body to hold up. That's not panic. That's realism. And if you're still wondering about the cornerback room, it's not good. Ramsey's drama aside, this group has holes. Youth, inexperience, unknowns. Without him, you're bottom 5. Maybe worse. And even if you bring in guys like Rasul Douglas or Asante Samuel Jr., it's not a fix, it's a bandage. At best, you climb out of the pit. But you're still vulnerable. Still one injury away from collapse.